Hey guys, I'm the Fact Freak and welcome to today's video, the Wrong Ones Roundup, where we're going to look at what some major wrong ones have been up to over the last month. Don't forget, if you enjoy this video and you want to help with awareness and push this video out there, hit that like button, it really helps. With that said, let's jump into that warning. The following video contains content that some viewers may find sensitive or distressing. I strongly advise viewer discretion. This video discusses topics that might invoke an emotional response or raise uncomfortable questions. It is important to approach this content with respect and an open mind. Please be aware the intention of this video is to raise awareness and promote understanding. It is in no way meant to alarm, harass or cause undue distress to anybody. We have carefully created this content to strike a balance between shedding light on important issues and maintaining a safe and respectful viewing experience, and hopefully some laughs along the way. If you feel the content discussed in this video may be triggering for you, I suggest considering your emotional well-being before proceeding. Remember, it is acceptable to step away or seek support if needed. Self-care and prioritising your mental health is essential. We kindly request all viewers to engage in constructive dialogue within the chat and comment section. And with that said, enjoy the video. So the first one to hit this roundup is Court Assassin. Now, Court Assassin made some absolutely horrendous remarks about King Louis here. What do you think, Merlin? Eh? What do you think? He's not impressed. For those of you who don't know who King Louis is a young lad who needed a heart transplant. He spent a lot of time in hospital, and while he was bored he ended up on TikTok, and he gained a following not only because people were interested in what was going on with his condition and awareness around that, but also the guy's genuine and nice personality. People were flocked to him. Now, this Court Assassin went live with him and absolutely berated him. Now, I live reacted to some of this, so I'm going to insert a small section in it here. But at the end of this video, I'll show you where you can go watch the full thing, just to give you some context to why this one is on this roundup.
You're the biggest bag on this app. You're the biggest bag on this app. You beg everyone's heart. You beg everyone's love.
Beg everyone's heart and everybody's love. How do you get to the point of being that bitter? How do you get to the point of being that bitter? That's what blows my mind. How? How? I just don't understand it. I really don't understand it.
You're prostitute. You're a prostitute.
A what? As you can see, this person was an absolute wrong one. Now, she also made racial comments as well that I can't even put on here without this video being removed. But what we're going to look at now is she apologised, then she doubled down and said it was all an act and people should just get over it. It's dark humour. Louis reacted to that, and I'm going to watch that with you now, guys. Don't forget to let me know what you think of each of these wrong-uns in the comments. So yeah, this video was uploaded today by the channel Bringing Back Clips with 2 Z's at the end.
It just happened or whatever, and it weren't for views and followers. Then the next did it for viewers and followers, and that all the people.
Louis is exactly right. She basically came onto the app the next day after saying the horrific stuff and was like, I was intoxicated, I wasn't thinking this, I'm so sorry. And then did a complete switch around and was like, it was all an act, I did it intentionally, I wanted to be horrible to this vulnerable lad for entertainment purposes.
For watching a dom and they're falling for your trap and your phone's going to die.
I know, my phone always dies when I'm midstream.
Right, bruh, she needs to make up her mind, which is it? And then the idiot guy on live with her too.
Who is that guy on live with her?
He's clearly a right weirdo himself.
He's a bit straight.
I don't know who they're talking about here, I'm sure you guys can tell me.
But what's funny is, even that guy is clearly not normal.
Thanks, Jesse.
He's bragging and saying how he's told people to off themselves before on live and all that, as if that.
This is why we call it toxic TikTok. But to be fair, guys, when we move on to our next guy, it doesn't get much better on YouTube either. So the guy next to me is known online as Dr. Disrespect, an online game streamer, currently 42 years old. Now, he began streaming full-time in 2015. However, at one time he was abruptly banned from Twitch. Now, the Twitch employees and everybody was tight-lipped. Dr. Disrespect also didn't say too much. But recently, this tweet was dropped by a Twitch employee. Now you can see that they make one serious allegation. Now at the time, people were quite dismissive on the internet and were kind of like, well, you know, there's no real evidence there. And then he was dropped by his management company. And then he made the following statement. This is mind-blowing. It's worth mentioning as well that he edited this tweet like 3 times, where he kept removing the word minor and then putting it back in. Strange. Anyway, I'm going to read as much as I can of this. Obviously, read along with me. Now he said, the Twitch ban. I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the effing B. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. If you were going to accept responsibility, this would have happened years ago. First and foremost, I do want to apologise to everyone in my community, basically the people who give me money. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society. Now that is his management company that dropped him, and he made the painful decision to walk away apparently. Now what happened was the management company didn't want to touch you with a 10-foot barge pole because you're an absolute pred. Now as we continue on, everyone's been waiting to know why I was banned from Twitch. But for reasons outside of my control, if you had a moral compass, you'd have just said it. I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you the side of my story regarding the ban. There were Twitch messages with an individual minor, back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. All right, you worried you're going to lose your job? I'm going to lose my job. The thing is, in reality, I've seen so many hunting stings and predator stings and everything like that to know that this kind of word salad, because that's what it is, it's just word salad and deflection, is trying to minimise the actual potential crime here. Because let's face it, the attention is the messages. You can still be charged for grooming. You can still be charged with grooming. There's got to have been intent, because if there wasn't intent, why would you be messaging anyway? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, the intent was obviously the messaging. Now, these were casual and mutual conversations that sometimes landed too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Are we supposed to go, all right, okay, canny? Do we have to explain a power dynamic to you and the fact that I assume this minor individual, as you call them, was a fan of you? And yeah, power dynamic completely off, very grooming. Basically, what I'm going to say about this one is that's a lot of words to basically say, yes, I'm a wrong one. Now, at the end, he says, you want me to disappear? Yeah, right. Yeah. He hasn't been back online since this was dropped. However, Will he come back? I don't know. If he does, I'll probably react to it in some way, shape or form. A few of you guys over here from TikTok might not even know who this guy is, but it just shows where there's a chance of a power dynamic, there's always a chance of manipulation. Be wary and check your kids' devices. Now, some of you may have seen the video I did recently where I talked about allegations that have came out about ImAllexx. And let's face it, this mother, he better be cancelled. He better be cancelled. I mean, he hasn't crawled his way back on here yet to make some sort of gaslighting response or whatever he plans on doing. Obviously, since the allegations that I spoke about in that video, which by the way was an 82-page document full of evidence, sadly chronologically documenting abuse that Alex had put his ex-partner through. Now, there's been more people that have came out, more people have spoke out against him and his behaviour, more ex-partners and friends. Now, some people have been capitalising on this who don't like Alex. And one of the people who doesn't like Alex is my favourite brand of ham, Billy Bear Smelly Ham Breach. Now, of course, he has been spoken about by Alex multiple times. Now, Paul decided rather than to concentrate on the fact that somebody basically had gone through some of the worst DV experiences and, you know, show sympathy towards somebody who's gone through this, decided to use this to dunk on ImAllexx and left this comment on his Instagram. I mean, I just don't understand. He also did a video as well. He also did a video speaking about it. Hey, Billy Bear, lift those little porky ears up and listen very, very, very closely. Just because somebody else is a wrong'un who spoke about you doesn't mean that the things you have done have suddenly evaporated into space and don't exist. You are still a wrong one. And you're still a wrong one and still, in my opinion, quite narcissistic that you saw a situation where somebody has gone through abuse and made it about yourself. Made it about yourself and like it was a victory to you, because this victory meant that Alice had to go through what she did at the hands of that guy. Right, let's move on to a train-spotting predator. So yeah, this is Ryan Windridge, and he's well known for doing this.
Oh, dinner with Ryan!
What I'm going to do is I'm going to help you out and edit this a little bit. I'm going to do the audio. Oh, allegations with Ryan. Oh, let's get into it. So yes, he's well known on TikTok for doing his dinner with me videos, stuff to do with spotting lorries and trains and various things like that. He also raises money for charity at times, doing like charity football games. But of course, what's this right next to me? Well, this is a Snapchat conversation that Ryan had with a fan. Now, as you can see here, the fan is saying that they are 15 years old. Now, you see the little star next to it, which means there has been potentially a correction. But you'll also see that the person who took the screenshot has also deleted some of their own messages. Now, they've obviously came on to TikTok and said that Ryan was well aware that she was 15 years old when he decided to send her indecent pictures of himself. Now, Ryan completely denies this and says that the girl was actually telling him that she was 19, but then changed the age later on in the chat. Now, these videos posted by this potential minor over on TikTok have been taken down by the app multiple times, probably trying to suppress anything that comes out. Ryan has also made some crazy videos about this, including one that I reacted to the other day on TikTok, where he claims that he himself has handed in his device to the police to clear his name. Now, I think most of us know that's not the way the police work, but obviously Ryan doesn't seem to get it. I also found it strange that Ryan jumped into my live stream on TikTok and immediately started having a go at me when I was basically saying to him, there is not enough evidence out there yet for us to 100% say that this person is telling the truth about their interactions. Anyway, guys, that was the first episode of the Wrong Ones Roundup. A little bit of a look at some of the craziest stories of this month. Let me know if you guys liked it below and how I can improve the series going forward. Peace.